It's okay. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Guam Board of Accountancy August board meeting. Call the meeting to order. Before we begin, just want to confirm that the meeting has been properly noticed and taken on the Okay.
Hold on. Yes. Where did we go? Yes. Just going there and it's not coming. Hold on. Yes. There, I got you.
Okay, so go to slides for the meeting. Okay, so we'll proceed. Board members present. Well, before we can first want to, of course, welcome back Executive Director Dave Sanford. For I know you've gone for a long time. Successful, I guess, surgery and recovery. Our work's great. Okay, so we're resuming our in-person meetings, and of course, still having allowing participation remotely. So present physically are board members Sean Phillips, Kevin Chu, myself, and then participating remotely are board members Tali Taitano and Francis Mava. I can't see them, but it's confirmed that they're present. Okay. So the first item on the agenda will be the approval of last meeting's minutes. So there was no July meeting, right? So minutes are for our June meeting. So please take time to review it. And if there are no concerns, I'd like to hear a motion to approve.
Move to approve subject to correction.
Second.
Thank you. Minutes are been approved. So go ahead to the next item. They want to do all business.
And we can go to the Guam Accountancy Endowment Fund statements. The statements include here for June and July. And the July statement includes another 13,000 or so in fees. 37,000 in fees. And the fund balance is at this point, as of August 6th, up to, I should say, down to 5,044, 5,044,500.
But we're still over 5 million despite the
Despite the ups and downs of the market. Okay. There was 5,199 in the public 5,200. Market about 6 days. By 3 points, but we're still hanging in there at 5 million mark. We're earning the year-to-date performance that's shown on the July 31st statement is 7.98%, which is above our annual target percentage for in the funds. We're still and while we show unrealized losses, we haven't had any realized losses simply because we haven't had liquidated. So anything once you go we have realized gains, but that hasn't changed much. I don't have any additional information from the visiting professor for him.
It's ongoing for the summer.
Yeah.
Well, just Billy though.
Yeah.
I expect that it will resume probably, if not this month, on September, or beginning of the semester. But at the school of business, overall.
Various departments.
Okay, well, it looks good. I think we're over about 5 minutes still. Very good. Okay, if there's no questions, then we'll move on to licenses. Okay.
She has a substantially equivalent question. Is she going to live here or is she temporarily? Or
Unless she lives here. Actually, she was living in Saipan. We moved her to Guam.
Oh,
Guam. But she commutes back and forth to Saipan.
I was looking at what she really, what was her original license from Washington?
Washington.
Yeah, so she really should have I was investigating the law. Rules, it's kind of ambiguous. Infers that if you live here permanently, if you move here permanently, you should do
Or simple license.
yeah, versus using the SE. The SE is for people who kind of come around that don't actually establish it. This is
She's been with us for the last seven years.
yeah, I mean, that those things.
Okay. So what is this? What for the request is to have a substantial.
Yeah, she has a substantial influence in that. Based on the Washington. We basically have been issuing C licenses to people who actually moved. And in the past, we used that C licenses. I have to read. Not sure. It makes
Well, when we issue the SE license, it's not look exactly like our
yeah,
regular license.
that's all. The only difference in the definition of the rule, a little vague, is one is for non-residents and one is for residents. So that kind of thing, but not sure it matters that much with mobility.
Is there any jurisdiction that is not substantially equivalent to?
Not at this. Yeah. That's a loaded.
Yes.
I think it's every state.
With all the things you've been here. This is a loaded question. Some of them have introduced that from nothing. Yeah. So at this point, everybody's still considered substantial.
Or even seen them like,
Well, yeah, sort of, because Dave keeps trying to get his bill passed and as by the CPA wrote the thing to be substantially equivalent and then introduced. But, you know,
I wonder if there are any CPAs just like that only have a seat in my license and don't bother getting.
I don't think so.
Right.
Don't think. Maybe, the other person from along is
Jamie's for sure.
Jim.
That's,
And so, no, it's just not a problem. Yeah. 84.
84, wow. Okay.
Period. So that's because in like it's really been like over about 11.
The system up, so we're earning 6,000 more than 7 or 8,000. So
Not working.
Audio is kind of like you're underwater. And it's not coming in clear. Francis can't hear good. We all can't hear good out there. I don't know how to fix that. part.
I'm also having a hard time understanding what's being said.
This is better.
Is it everyone in general or, okay?
That sounds better. I don't know what you're doing differently.
I'm talking right next to the laptop.
Okay.
Not the hour. Wanna check, see.
It says meeting owl on.
Microphone.
Microphone, meeting owl on.
Okay. Well, maybe we should talk louder. Or reboot the owl.
Maybe move the laptop. Yes. That's what we're looking at, okay. Oh, I can see Tolling. Okay.
Still working on trying to get, figure out how to screen so we can see the.
If you just get one of those TVs and put them up there and you
Yeah,
connect,
put it up somewhere so everybody can see it. Should have a TV in a mirror.
yeah. TV in America. Or we just have one of us dial in, or what do we call it? Log on and use our laptop as a screen. Okay, so how does that sound now, Tolly? Are you okay?
Much better. Much better.
What we did is we put the laptop on the table. And so we're trying to talk close to the laptop. Okay, good.
Much better.
So any questions, comments on the applications? Dave said there's 84. Two from any firm licenses?
No.
All individuals. Okay.
Move to approve.
Second by Jenny. Okay, licenses and certifications are approved. Renewals, okay. General discussions, Dave?
Yeah. Populating the NCID, which is a National Candidate Identification Number in the accountancy licensing database. That's something they're talking about doing. They want to be able to link the licensees recorded in the ALD with their grades, so that they can have a link to the grades. And that makes it much easier when people do score transfers and all that kind of stuff. So that's what they're looking at, having each jurisdiction report the link with the grades. But I have to check our database. I'm not sure we have the national candidate ID. We have an ID number, which is our tracking number for applicants, but I'm not sure it's the NCID, so we'll have to check on that. The rest of it is just informational stuff about CPD, ethical stuff, those kind of things. I don't know if you guys get it. Does anybody get a copy of this in the email or no? Am I the only one that gets it? Yeah, probably. So
Do we receive this? I think we used to receive a list of firms that receive disciplinary actions against them.
I get it.
Okay, should you share it with all the, does it matter?
I've never felt it.
Okay.
If we did, then we haven't. I think I've gotten it from the ACBA through the society, because I'm considered the ethics chair for the Guam Society. So I get that too.
Okay.
I tend to peak.
So so someone gets some report that well, I guess notify the board.
We do get letters from individual jurisdictions. For instance, we got a letter from EY in Connecticut and EY in New York because they were sanctioned. And every time any firm in any other jurisdiction or any person gets sanctioned like that, like SEC or something, they're required to notify everybody. So we get those letters, but we've never had anybody from any of the firms that got sanctioned that were our licensees.
Okay.
So we don't pile on to, some jurisdictions, oh, that guy over in Connecticut messed up and did crazy stuff and the SEC fined him, so we're gonna find him too, the firm. Right? We don't do that. It's called piling on, and there are a couple jurisdictions that do that just for the fees. So they can levy a penalty fee, but we don't do that. If we ever have any one of our licensees involved in any of that, then we would do it.
We need to have one long time.
Long time ago, long time ago.
We had to take, all we ended up doing was just
Yeah,
canceling
he contributed.
that was it, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was the only one who was distributed. The other four people that were charged in that case had New York lawyers. They got them all.
Oh,
They don't have off with it. So.
okay.
Anyway, I just included it for
Okay.
information purposes. And Arlene put in the thing here. This is the next one is about the CPA licensure education requirement. It's the new experience, learn and earn program, ELE. It's put together by AICPA and NASBA. Excuse me. It's offered through the Tulane University School of Professional Advancement. Currently has 94 summer session students, representing more than 50 employers. That's up from 38 students in the spring. What it is a program that's sponsored through the employers for the employees to gain their additional 30 hours of credit. In other words, you've already got your degree and you've got your classes, your core classes, but you need the extra hours to get the 150. So they're sponsoring this through Tulane, and Tulane puts it on a transcript and issues it out. So that more or less legitimizes the coursework. So I just put this in here for information purposes so we would know, but it seems to be reasonably interesting to a number of people. What happens is the employers actually agree to subsidize the cost of the courses. So it's cheaper for the employees. And in some cases, the employer just covers the cost. So, and they give you time to take the class during work hours. So it's one of those things. So
This is in person or online?
it's online classes, but they give you time. Yeah, but they give you time to do it from your desk during the workday. So you're not doing it at night, after the kids are asleep, kind of thing. Right. Yeah. Yeah. So it's one of the things they came up with trying to get more licensees and get people qualified. Who's to say whether the courses are, better or worse than any regular university course? But if Tulane is handling it,
Brochures or links so that we can perhaps disseminate it at our office.
yeah. Let me see what I can come up with. I know there's some stuff on the website. Maybe
So we can encourage.
You can print it and email it.
Oh, you gotta check because of the time zone.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, because it's live, but if they're willing to suffer through that, do you think that we would pay for it? Yeah, right? I mean,
Well, we don't have to. It says some employers opt to pay, but we'll see.
Some of the classes are recorded.
Yeah. Yeah, that too.
Or we can encourage them just to go to EOG night class, take one of the, how much is the credits? It's not cheap still.
It's not cheap.
The UOG, back. It's $3.
Yeah, you got a degree. Yeah.
$10, that's pretty cheap.
There are some that only need, let's say, 12 credits. They're gonna have to,
It's not limited.
okay.
Other, I have applicants who ask, where do I go to get this and that? As long as they go to a approved online university to take their courses and they're, accredited, we're fine, and a lot of them do that, uh, So they'll go and take 2 or 3 courses and they'll get what they need and come back for license.
What was the timeframe to get the extra 30 again after they passed the first part?
Well, there's never been any set time frame. That's kind of what I argue with a lot of the other jurisdictions, because they say, well, you can sit for the exam for 120 hours. And that's it. They don't follow up on the guys, whether they passed the exam, did they ever go and get their education, did they do anything, complete it. My argument was with our program, it's a pre-education completion program. You have to sign up for the program. You have to prove you're in a program of learning that allows you to complete your education, which means the 150, not 120. And you have it at this point, the 18 months originally, and now we changed it to the 30 months. That's what we're writing into the new rules to coincide with the new length
30
of
months
the
from when
exam, from the first time you sit.
First they said, not about
Yeah. No, from the first time.
30 months.
Yours seems like it used to be 18 months. But we track it and we know if they complete it or they don't. We've had maybe 3 students over the last 5 or 6 years that came back and said, I need to complete one more course, but my university delayed it, or, that kind of thing, because they're foreign universities like India and whatever. And ask for extension, and occasionally we give one if it's a valid reason. So it's out of their control.
Additional
30 hours.
hours.
Yeah.
No specified content, right?
No specified content, but surprisingly, most of them take accounting courses. And most of our applicants take accounting courses.
I mean, why do you want to waste money on
Always somebody will charge.
sociology?
They take 3 years of PE.
Yeah,
Always one of the crap.
yeah.
But by and large, our applicants take accounting courses, business courses.
Okay, good. That's good. Yeah, if you ever find some information.
The only thing I really have to say about this one is that it seems that the new exam is living up to their claims that there will be much less technical issues. Because we're looking at 30 technical software, hardware, and test content issued out of 205, so that's 15%. It used to be more like 30%, 40%. So it seems that it's living up to the claims at this point. So it's been June to this is the first 6 months. So all the rest of the issues are environmental or prometric or candidate errors, typical stuff.
Just for Guam.
No, that's for the entire 6 months of all exams.
It's very big.
Yeah. That's for the whole quarter.
Yeah, this used to be.
Second quarter.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah, you
well, it's just going.
know, in 1,000, then it got smaller and smaller. But, yeah. So then the last thing I was going to come for statements. So we have July, which is estimated because I had to estimate the application fees because we won't get the information from NASBA until about the 25th of the month. So for July. So I estimated on a 6-month rolling average, and looking at what last year did. So I think it's conservative but reasonable. So surprisingly, exam applications just keep coming. We thought that they would decrease because of the score holes that meant you couldn't take that part again until you got your score, which would be 4 or 5 months later versus 3 to 4 weeks later. But apparently they're continuing to take other stuff or whatever, but the applications just keep coming. Surprised. We have had no decrease whatsoever relative to last year. Continues to increase, so we probably will surpass last year's application revenue. Maybe by 15,000 or so. But that's why we budgeted so low. We thought the new exam would cause a backlog in applications because they had to wait for the scores. And apparently it's not a problem.
Consistent with what's happening nationwide.
Yeah, yeah. Although ours is higher than nationwide. But our applications just keep coming.
They are planning to contribute before the end of the fiscal year.
Yeah, I think we should. We have the 189,892 that's part of the budget, and that's just a plug because the legislature appropriated the 692,548 in expenses, and I never did get an answer about when that number came out of the legislature's budget. I have no idea how they figured that number, but
Are we gonna contribute more than you budget?
I believe so. I think we can. We had a provision in one of the previous budget laws that allowed us to contribute any excess funds. So, I mean, we can take it and put it in a TCD, but we're only going to earn 2 or 3%, and we can put it in the endowment fund and earn 7%. So it's much better off in the endowment fund, and we don't have any issues. So I think we can contribute at least 300, if not the 400. So that's our fund balance now is the 1.3 million. So. But it's a better use for it. So
We only have one more meeting, so maybe we should make take a look at first and then recommend, and then we can approve it next meeting, maybe perhaps. Okay.
check the budget book too.
Okay. Maybe we can just go ahead and at least approve right now, at least one.
Yeah. 189.
189.
Say 200.
Okay.
I don't think anybody's ever combined for special.
Okay.
Double up revenue or federal revenue, so. And basically our statute says we can spend our money.
So do we need to have a vote on this, or we can just all agree? Vote. Resolution. Okay. So can I hear a motion to approve 200,000, minimum 200,000 to contribute to the UOG Endowment Foundation for this fiscal year? And then Dave will take a look and see if it's possible to contribute more and then let us know.
So moved.
Second.
Francis, thank you.
Dave, have they scheduled the second training that that visiting professor will be providing?
As far as I know, he's on track to teach for fall semester. I don't know, you're talking about the CPE training?
Yeah, for Conrad, and
No.
I think he said late September
Yeah,
or early October, he was looking at.
I'm not sure because I wasn't here when he called for the previous.
I
call.
wasn't here either,
I
but
can email him and ask him.
Okay.
So,
I thought he said
What's a good
sometime in
word?
September or October.
We are having our tax seminar, so.
Oh, yeah, that's in August
19th.
19th.
Not
That's a Monday.
the week.
I think we're sending almost everybody, right, from
Yeah,
our tax.
I got them again today.
Yeah, I told Joseph this. Yeah. Got the registrations for,
How many people? Probably 25. How much are we spending?
I tried to make it as cheap as possible.
What's the break?
Yeah.
Well, they used to give us a goal of 25. Now they raised their pricing.
I was just throwing it out.
Yeah, number 3, which was
In total, whether it's some higher or some,
typically.
so not quite there, not quite enough with just the EY purchase.
But, you know, we did other people. Usually pretty much break even. But the society can afford not breaking even. You know, with the hotel costs. This keeps going up. The last page here was the application processing summary, and you can see that for May to June, the sections decreased by about 98 sections, but the applicants increased. Where's it? So applicants, no, let's see, oh, I'm reading the wrong line. Yeah, the applicants were basically even with last month, but the sections decreased a little bit. But the revenues, just, you know, May was high and June is still up there, better than any of the rest of the months. So I don't anticipate that we're going to lose any additional applicants at this point. We might have a few less sections, but it just seems that surprisingly, it just keeps going. And maybe it's because the economy's been so bad, and you know, we always complain about when the economy gets bad, everybody goes back to wanting accountants. You know, paying attention to what it's costing them for stuff. But maybe that's a motivation for more people to seek out the CPAs that don't really know.
It looks like the revenue comparative is positive for every.
Every month, yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm not complaining. Not at all. Anyway, that's all I
Okay.
have. The NASMA annual meeting is
Yeah,
October 27th to
27th.
29th, something like that. 30th, in Orlando. So I'll be going to the AICPA council meeting is the week before that. It's like the 22nd to the 25th in Atlanta. So I'll go. Yeah, I'll request a scholarship as soon as it comes out. Yeah.
I think Tom was interested, so high.
Does anybody else want to go? You wanna go? Yeah, I think Toby can.
Alex raising her hand,
Okay.
and Francis is,
I'll check.
she'll check, okay.
I haven't been to one in a long time, but I'll check. Thank you.
Maui was the last one.
The one in Maui?
My meeting next year is here after.
That was, I think, 2013 in Maui.
Well, it's been a while.
Yeah, Francis brought her, was that your son? Was it still in a stroller?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll put it. Scholarship requests.
Okay. Any other items or agenda items? Sorry, agenda items anyone wants to bring up? If not, can I hear a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Can I hear a second? Second by Sean. Okay, meeting adjourned.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everybody.
Bye.
Oh, I like this. I talked and it just, whoever talks, it just zooms on them. See?
Seems every time I start this thing, something happens.
It's